So as a late diagnosed ADHD girly, aka autism and ADHD combined, I have been noticing that I tend to process things out loud. So aka your processing time is how long it takes you to absorb information. So if I said to you, hey, what time is it? And then how long it takes you to respond is like your processing time. So you're processing the information. So my processing time is like a little bit slower. And sometimes in order for me to process things, I need to say it out loud, say the steps back to the person. So if someone was like, hey, what time is it? And I'll be like, oh, you want to know what time it is? And I have to like say it back to them and then I can answer the question. So specifically, I've been noticing this a lot at work. Someone is giving me instructions. So if they're like, hey, I need you to go pick up a van and then I need you to go here and then I need you to go drop off something. I'd be like, okay, so you want me to pick up the van first, then you want me to go drop off the shoes at the store, and then you want me to go pick up the food order. I have to repeat the steps back to the person. Or after the person has walked away, I'd be like, okay, yes, acknowledge. I know I need to pick up the food order. Like say it back to myself. I'm like, okay, well, I think I need to get my keys first and then I'm gonna go get my keys and I'm gonna go to my car and then I'm gonna go get the food order. Like I have to say the steps out loud to myself in order for my brain to process and understand what I need to go and do. And I've done this my whole entire life. I feel like I've kind of muffled it. Like I have observed that it's not, I guess, like a stereotypical norm for people to always repeat instructions back to someone. So observe the learned behavior that it's not like typical behavior in a sense. So I remember a lot of the times growing up when like teachers would give me instructions, it would just go like right over my head and I would just be like, I would be too shy or too scared to ask like a follow-up question or ask them to explain it again, so then I wouldn't know what the information was and then I just wouldn't either do the assignment or I wouldn't do well on the assignment. Now, the more that I'm like self-aware and I'm understanding things is that it's okay to, regurgitate the information back to someone. I realize that like this is also like a neurotypical trait, but for me, this is like something that is unconscious. It's like I have to do this for me to understand the information. It's not something that I can just like internally absorb the information. I have to regurgitate the information back to the person or figure out on my own how am I going to get the steps done. So yeah, I just thought that was like a really cool thing that I've been noticing, and I see this a lot with the kids that I work with, like their delay in processing time. So for example, if I give a kiddo instructions of like, hey, go have a seat, some of them might just literally stand there for a minute and just like kind of like look around and they won't say anything. They heard my instructions of like, go have a seat, but it might take them up to a minute or longer for the information to be received into their brain. And then information is received, then they will go and sit in their seat. But in that gap time for when they're processing the information, I'm not like, hey, sit down. I'm not doing that because they are still processing the one command that I gave them. If I were to keep badgering them, that you need to sit down right now, it's going to overwhelm them and then they'll probably get overstimulated and then other behaviors can come about. But that's just like another mini example of it, is that you give the command, and like if someone gave me instructions, the command, whatever it is, I need to process the information, but my way of communicating and understanding the information is regurgitating the steps back that I'm going to do to that person or saying it out loud to myself. So I just thought that was like really cool. And yeah, I wonder if like other people who got ADHD do the same thing. So yeah, let me know.